The River Wharfe flowing gently under the 17th century Barden Bridge. But it's not always this calm. Look at the size of that tree caught in the cutwater. The bridge was built in 1659 but was swept away by floodwaters in 1673 and had to be rebuilt in 1676. The parapets were replaced in 1856 and 1956 after more flood damage. There has been a crossing here since at least the 14th century. There is part of this river that is always dangerous, and has even been given by some the accolade of the most dangerous stretch of river in the world. But is it really? As we approach this bridge, there is an indication of the levels the water can get to. We'll come back to this one near the end. The river flows into a rocky section and starts to get faster flowing. Heed the signs, they aren't joking. The Strid, or the Bolton Strid. Its natural beauty belies its intense danger. Slippery mossy rocks, and on days like this with ice around, the rocks are even more deadly. Though the water levels look relatively low, there are hidden dangers. I remember coming here quite a few times back in the 80s as a young boy with my sister and parents. Dad would tell us how dangerous it was and point out the potholes in the rocks formed by the whirlpools and currents. Though at the time I was probably 7, maybe 8, and didn't really know how dangerous and deep it truly was. I suppose I just knew I was safe with my family. Happy, carefree days. Kids, listen to your parents. The nearby sign says that the Strid is up to 9 metres deep, or more than 2 double deckers on top of each other. The river has in effect turned on its side, and is being forced through the rocky gorge, carving out caves, potholes and undercuts in the rocks over hundreds of thousands of years. Potholes are worn into the rock by the water swirling pebbles round like grindstones. This section is like a miniature version of the Strid. If you were to enter the churning water, you would more than likely be held down by undercurrents, and even if you could hold your breath, would be smashed against the rocks by the sheer force of the water. It is claimed the Strid has a near 100% death rate, though no records are kept. The water level can rise extremely quickly, as happened on the fateful day in August 1998 that tragically took the lives of a couple who were only on the second day of their honeymoon. Water levels had risen 5 feet in less than a minute because of heavy rain. On Friday 14th September 1934, professional artist Arthur Reginald Smith, who had a fascination and love of the river, disappeared whilst on a painting trip to the Strid. Police found his easel and painting equipment on a rock near the Strid's narrowest point. His body wasn't found for 11 days, but was submerged in a pool only 50 yards away from where his easel had been found. His ashes were scattered in the river he loved. So what do you think? Does the Bolton Strid deserve the title of world's deadliest stretch of water? I must admit I would think rivers with crocodiles or alligators or such like would come to mind first. What is this magnificent looking bridge for then? It looks as though it should have a steam train crossing it, but is in fact the Nidd Aqueduct, completed in 1899, the later years of Victoria, when even functional structures were designed with great pride and care to look good. The water pipe is enclosed under the footpath. It feeds water from Angram and Scarhouse reservoirs in Upper Nidderdale, 32 miles to Bradford in West Yorkshire. Sorry, Bradford for you Yorkshire folk. We don't build things like this anymore. Please hit the thumbs up. It helps the algorithm learn what you like to watch and really helps the channel a lot. This little fellow was very interested, but I had nothing to give him. I felt guilty all the way home.